Hey, welcome to Synth Kitchyn. Today we're looking at a classic patch from Paul McCartney's Wonderful Christmastime. Let's get cooking. This patch is kind of deceptive because it sounds simple, and for the most part, it is. You could get 95% of the way there with very little effort, but that last 5% is a doozy. So we're going to take two approaches. At first, we're going to assume that everything is as simple as it sounds and create a basic version of the patch. Then, we'll identify the shortcomings of that version, do some research, and create a more authentic recreation. Let's start with the basic version. When you hear this patch, what do you hear? Me personally, I hear a squelchy, quick decaying patch that echoes 3 times. So let's break that down. Squelchiness is a product of a resonant filter being swept through a harmonically complex wave. So let's start with the most complex wave, a sawtooth. Now we'll close our filter to about 30% and turn up our resonance to about 40%. Now we need to add envelope modulation. So turn your modulation amount to about 50%. Set your envelope so that sustain is 0, attack is 0, and decay and release are slightly over a second. You can use this for both your filter and your amplitude. Now we just need the echoes, so add a delay and set your delay time to about a quarter note. Using your feedback and level, try to get 3 distinct echoes that gradually fade. The original patch also had a chorus, but if you don't have a chorus, you can just use a second oscillator, also to a sawtooth, that's slightly detuned. You can also change your first oscillator to a pulse wave and add pulse width modulation. Both will get you to a similar sound to a chorus sawtooth. And that's really it. For most practical purposes, whether you're in a cover band or just showing off to your friends, this should be more than enough. But there are some shortcomings. Our low end feels a little weak, and there's something wrong with the delay. Once we reach the chorus section, we start playing double time chords, and our chords begin to clash with the previous chord's second and third echoes. This doesn't happen in McCartney's version. The echoes stop as soon as the next chord is played. You'll notice that his echoes also fade more gradually than ours. Ours kind of drop out, whereas his are steady. So, how does he have so much control over his delay, where they fade more gradually, but disappear as soon as there's a potential clash? It's a trick question, because Paul McCartney did not use a delay. McCartney played the original patch on a Yamaha CS-80. The CS-80 features a global key reset LFO, confusingly labeled sub-oscillator. If you were to set this to sawtooth and route it to filter cutoff and amplitude, you'll get an effect similar to a delay, but the echoes will be responsive to your key presses. But the sub-oscillator isn't the only CS-80 quirk that made its way into our final patch. The CS-80 also offered a resonant high-pass filter, and any modulation affecting the low pass was matched on the high pass. To compensate for any loss of bass this might cause, the CS-80 offered a sine wave oscillator after the filter stage. That's what creates such a steady, stable low end in this patch. Once you've accounted for all of that, just add some chorus and reverb, and you're there. That is the Wonderful Christmastime patch. I'll include a quick reference patch recipe during the end screen, just in case you want to try to recreate this at home. Anyway, like, subscribe, hit the bell, follow me on Instagram at thatbeet. This has been Synth Kitchyn. Thank you so much for watching.